Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Coronation Street airs new Roy Cropper revelation in Bobby storyline. Coronation Street has revealed that Roy Cropper has seemingly reported Bobby Crawford for giving him a false alibi. Bobby was arrested for perverting the course of justice in the latest installment, but only after Roy had come clean about Bobby lying in his police statement. Tuesday's May 28 episode jumped back in time to examine the events of the bank holiday from a completely different perspective. This episode mostly followed Carla and D.S. Swain, with their paths crossing after Carla turned up at the precinct to return the detective's lost police badge. When Carla asked if there was any progress on getting Roy out of prison, D.S. Swain sensed her hesitation and asked whether Bobby was having doubts about his testimony. Viewers will remember that Bobby recently lied to the police, claiming he'd seen an intruder in Lauren's flat that didn't match Roy's description. An inadvertent consequence of his false testimony was that police started considering Daniel Osborne as a suspect since he'd offered Lauren private tutoring. Following D.S. Swain's allegation, Carla shot back. "The only information I want to hear is that you realize you've messed up and are releasing Roy." D.S. Swain reminded Carla that there is a litany of evidence linking Roy to Lauren's disappearance, so he wouldn't be released anytime soon. Carla questioned whether D.S. Swain was truly focused on the case, since she'd overheard the detective arguing with her daughter on the phone. "If you have a complaint about my work, there's a procedure. Feel free," D.S. Swain shot back. As Carla turned to leave, the detective suggested she'd just undermined Bobby's statement with her questions. Later, D.S. Swain turned up at Roy's Rolls to apologize to Carla for their harsh exchange at the precinct. She promised to update Carla and Bobby if there were any developments for Roy. "If I speak to Roy, I'll strongly suggest he accepts your support," D.S. Swain promised. Carla admitted to Swain she'd been on the outs with Roy, leading Bobby to accuse her of giving away their secret. "I'm getting so sick and tired of your lip," Carla shot back at her nephew. Carla rushed off, but found D.S. Swain crying in her car after another argument with her daughter. The two women bonded as Swain opened up about moving out of her family home. "It's not divorce, it's her wife's bereavement," she explained. Swain mentioned that her daughter has been acting out since her other mom died, having most recently thrown Swain's late wife's clothing into the skip before it could be taken to a charity shop. Carla relayed some of her own experience from losing Liam years ago, as she assured D.S. Swain that time would help ease the grief. Their discussion turned back to Carla's row with Roy, with Carla trying to convince the detective that she'd simply said the wrong thing to upset him.